like, what can I give them for them to remember? You know what I mean? We have so much repetitive things in our music that's propaganda and makes us continue to remember certain things. So what can I give them to continuously remember things? And what can I do this with adults as well? So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to say, if the sun don't shine, I will. You will say, I will. I'm going to say, if the sun don't shine, you will. You will say, you will. I'm going to say, if the sun don't shine, we will. You will say, we will. Cool. Sound like y'all got it. We don't need practice. If the sun don't shine, I will.
I will.
If the sun don't shine, you will.
You will.
If the sun don't shine, we will.
We will.
I will.
I will.
We will.
We will.
If the sun don't shine, I will.
I will.
If the sun don't shine, you will.
You will.
If the sun don't shine, we will.
We will.
I will.
I will.
Well, radiate when you speak and walk so they share your light. I found these rays through my darkest nights and things like, you must be tucked into a corner to learn how to fight. That's gems from a queen's insight while weaving through this life. And Jill got me living life as if it's golden. And fear of karma bringing on paranoia, I know it. And I remember so vivid on the eeriest feelings when I was lost and so broken. But in the midst of rebuilding, I didn't know. I didn't know that I was being shaped into a diamond. All this pressure placed upon me, all the moments I felt lost, and the moments my soul felt at war, I was being shaped for my purpose. Just seek yours. And never fear love, but understand someone's fake too. And your acquaintance is a real clear reflection of you. You'll keep dimming your light if you keep battling truth. Just know that sunlight is natural because that sunlight is you. I'm proof. And don't ever let them cover you with clouds. The night can never bring you down as everything revolves around you. Everything they talk about, and even when there are some clouds, understand that's necessary too. And one day you will find your moon. That synastry is powerful. That's yin meets yang. That's day meets night. That's soul connecting you. Just know that's necessary too. But if the sun don't shine, I will.
I will.
If the sun don't shine, you will.
You will.
If the sun don't shine, we will.
We will.
I will.
I will.
We will.
We will.
You said it, so it's on you from here. I appreciate y'all. And you know what I mean? Appreciate y'all for being here. And you will see the vibe. You know, you never know what to expect with these brothers. I didn't even know they were going to spit like that. You know what I'm saying? You never know what to expect. But the next person I want to bring up here also is a part of the arts and economics too as well. And actually, without her, this event wouldn't actually be here. So I want to kind of bring up an eminent figure and kind of the reason why a lot of you here and have getting the emails and everything that you've been getting. But I want to bring up the curator and the event planner of this particular event, Ms. Ivory.
Peace, family. I appreciate the love, and I'm honored to be standing here looking at all your beautiful melanated faces. Welcome today. My name is Akina Lewis. I go by Ajwe, that's my poet name. Originally, I was born in New York, but I graduated from UNCG. I got my BA in theater, and I currently reside in New York City. I live in Queens. I always tell people, I'm just a young queen living in Queens chasing my dreams. But now I realize I'm not necessarily chasing my dreams, I'm attracting them. And that is the paradigm shift that I've received from 19 Keys. But I just want to say that this event took a lot of time, a lot of patience, and a lot of organizing. And I'm glad that I can add my feminine energy in order to get it organized, because it was a lot, you know what I'm saying? But more so, I just want to take my platform to really recognize Dom, because he put a lot of energy and money and time and investment into this event. So if everyone could just please give him thank you! He met 19 Keys. He was like, I'm bringing him to Greensboro. And, like 19 Keys says, he says, the game is free. The cost is the execution. That's what you got to pay for. So he literally came out of his pocket, got the money up, and brought 19 Keys all the way from the West Coast to here. So we're honored to have you. Thank you. If you need anything, let me know. And I'm also a poet. I'm a writer. I'm an author. I'm an actor. I performed here last night, so for those of you that were here last night,
amazing.
Thank you. So I have a little setup over here. The title of my book is My Inside Thoughts of Poetry. It took me 2 years to write my book. And I took a lot of time and energy into it. I literally self-published, edited, and did everything myself. So if you want to come tap in, we could talk, I believe that there is something healing in my book for everyone in this room. I have people tell me all the time, listen, that poem really, it was talking to me. And that's kind of why I created it, because I wanted to bring people into how I think as a poet and my experiences, but through the art form of poetry, of language, you know. So yes, thank you. I love you all, and please enjoy everything. You'll enjoy it. I know you will. Thank you.
All right. That's why at least let's bring up a brother, because you know, it's not just gonna be us talking and doing a lot of different paradigm shifting. A lot of that's gonna happen, but we also gonna have some food available to you too as well. So, brother, you got a little bit of time to come talk about your catering business, man. My brother Jamal right here, he's gonna kind of give y'all an insight of what he does, what he's starting up, and him as a black chef, why it's really important to start supporting not only our black businesses but the people that's feeding us.
Peace, 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 peace. My name is Jamal. The name of my store or my kitchen is called God's Kitchen. I pretty much develop all the elements, not ingredients, that's going to take care of your body. I do a lot of plant-based meal prepping, catering. Pretty much if you eat it, I'm cooking it. One thing that got me into this industry is tired of hearing people, particularly started with my family, hypertension, blood pressure, all that, things that have negative effects on our bodies. So I just want to bridge the gap between tasty food and food that's healthy for you. And that's why I'm here. So there's not a lot of places to go around here to get things outside of French fries and things like that. So I think my stop, right now I'm selling out my kitchen at my house, so I think my stop would be a good choice for you. Just check me out. I'm back there. I'm going to be cooking here in a few. You're going to start smelling me in a few minutes, hearing me sizzling. Anytime you get home, just come back there. I got a blender back there for you. It's going to be smoothies and sandwiches back there. So.
Yes, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, too.
This food is good. That's hell. All right, so now we're going to get into this activity, and then we're going to bring the man that everyone's here to see. All right? So everyone has a piece of paper, yes? Piece of something to write with. And if you don't, we're going to do this like we do in the classroom style. Just whisper to your neighbor and say, yo, can I borrow some paper real quick? Can I borrow a pen real quick? And what I want everyone to do is I want everyone to copy down these 9 dots in the exact formation in which you see it. Copy down these 9 dots. I do this exercise every time. Has anybody done this activity before? Has anybody done this activity? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. But you don't share the answers, bro. Yeah, still do it. Anybody done this activity before? Anybody seen this activity before? All right, excellent. This is going to be a beautiful experience. All right. So I actually have a prize for the person that can solve this problem for me, because this is about problem-solving initiatives right here. And a lot of us, the way our brain works, we initially want to solve problems. We see an issue, we immediately want to solve it. And so I want to see how our problem-solving initiatives pop up when we're actually dealing with very challenging mathematical equations. So what I want everyone to do, here's your instruction. Your instructions that I want you to connect all of these 9 dots with 4 straight lines, and you cannot pick up your pencil. Connect these dots with 4 straight lines, and you cannot pick up your pencil. The first person to successfully do that, I have a prize for you.
Question. So how would you know you pick up my pencil?
Oh, I'm watching you, because I'm going to go around and listen. I'm going to go and monitor you all. We're going to kind of do like a teacher does in the classroom. We're going to monitor you all. But let's see if we can figure out first. 4 straight lines, cannot pick up your pencil.
And we have to use all the dots?
Yes, you have to connect all the dots. Interesting. Yeah, you can use your pen. And you can start over if you mess up. No, sir. Y'all want a hint? See, that's why y'all struggling.
No.
Okay, so for those who do want a hint, you have to put your pencil on paper. A lot of y'all ain't doing that, right?
4 lines.
4 straight lines. Can't pick up your pencil. 4 straight lines. Can't pick up your pencil.
And they all got, you said.
Give it to 4 straight lines. Can't pick up your pencil.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. No, sir. Walk off. You got it. By using those three main pillars. So,
Oh, wow, you know this is.
I know, but I was trying to say,
all right, so we got a winner. You the winner, bro.
You're supposed to do it. You just create a box. It's not that hard. People think too much. Each side of the box is 4. So if you can go on the outside of it, then you can create your lines easy.
So we don't have that much time. I don't want to undercut 19. So I'm going to have my boy Kane come up here. So Kane, can you come up here and show it to us? And for y'all, who don't know, this is Kane, aka Quay Wilson. Weston. I'm sorry, my bad, brother.
yeah.
This brother right here has been phenomenal, helping me with my brand structure. He has a great podcast called All Things Eat. His main platform is to create a platform for art, education, and technology, and combine those things and create a platform for people to actually execute a brand while using those three main pillars. So he's going to actually come up and show us because he is a mathematical thinker.
All right.
He's going to get them together.
So, key is, did everybody try to stay in the line?
Just create a box right
I know you did. You seem wise. Yeah, right here with it. Here. Okay.
I get a prize.
So, simplest way, 4 lines, right? So I did, what did I do? 1, 2, 3,
Yes, sir.
4.
Yeah. That's what he did. So give him a hand for solving that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
All right. So I got a few questions. For those who didn't solve it, what was your issue?
The middle
I
now.
couldn't
Stay inside the
put
box.
anything.
Inside the box.
So is this what everyone saw? Right here?
Nah. Everybody saw the box.
Mm-hmm.
A box?
Nah, bro. Too much form.
Is that what everyone saw? Or is that what everyone's trying to operate off of? So here's the real question I need to ask you. What box? Because my instructions, I told you to connect these dots with 4 straight lines and you didn't have to pick up your pencil. But literally 90 to 95% of everyone in this room was operating off of a box. And I can tell because a lot of you, even when you were tracing, you did it within the parameters of a box. So the question is that where does that box come from? Where in your mind did you begin to start putting boxes with dots and lines? When did that connection happen? Who taught you that? Who taught you that? Where did that box come from? When did we begin to start seeing things within boxes? School. All right, so we got school. But is school the only place where we start to see boxes?
No, at home.
So we got our home, right? Particularly our parents.
Community.
Church.
Oh, religion, right? Where else, right? Got one more group that influences us the most. 2 more.
Politics.
Not politics. Friends. Your peers. Even your peers start to help form boxes. I'm going to put another one up here. So I'm going to put environment. That's sloppy though. All right, I'm doing like the Jay Morrison, real estate corner class. So that's what I'm doing right now. But this is interesting, right? And I want you to tell you what this box represents. This box represents the paradigm. And the paradigm is nothing more than an amalgamation of all of your thoughts, habits, emotions, and behaviors, all positioned and done through repetition over a period of time. And this is going to be the basis of everything we're going to be talking about today, is the paradigm. When did we begin to see boxes? How does that show up in our decision making? How does that show up in our problem solving initiatives? And what can we do to start understanding, acknowledging that box, and then thinking outside of it? Because our whole life we've been thinking within a box. And we've been so comfortable in that box that we don't even know that we're thinking within inside of a box. That's why being woke is interesting. Being woke is extremely interesting. 19 said something that was really phenomenal to me when he was doing the live. He said, Neo was woke before he plugged out of the Matrix. He was a computer hacker. So he already knew something was going on. He already knew something was different. But in order for him to really understand what the matrix was, he had to unplug. So he had to initially take that leap and to really get outside of the paradigm that he was currently operating off of, even though he already knew that he was operating off of a box. He was still comfortable and he was still living within that box. So we have to unplug from that. And that's what we want to do, because we got a lot of woke people out here, don't we? Right? Awakening, right? But guess what? Woke people are the most dangerous people you have to deal with, because a lot of them still deal with that. And most of them are most committed to the paradigm that they quote unquote think that they're so anti-against. And I think it's really important that we really understand it. So I brought this here today because it shows up not only just in business, but it shows up when we community organize. It shows up when we write art. It shows up when we actually make an impact. It shows up when we start teaching young people. How many of us are beginning to teach young people how to operate off of a box? Because I know a lot of us have an impact on on young people. So how many of us are actually putting young people in the same box that we're claiming that we're trying to get them out of? So it's really important that we do that. So this is a self-check. This is an examination. And since we're talking about business, it's really important that we understand that, because a lot of us, when we do our business model, it operates on what I call the white patriarchal intellect.